Hi everyone, this is Dave with Fomer Studios. Today I'm going to tell you about 5 different ways that you can build an audience for your ad campaigns on Facebook. Last week I talked to you about how to create a Facebook ad campaign in about 30 seconds, give or take, maybe 45 minutes. But today we're just going to go back a little bit and show you how to build that audience for those ads on Facebook. So there's 5 different ways that you can do that, and we'll get into that. But just before we do, I just want to tell you that if you're doing any kind of SEO, organic SEO, and you're trying to, you're doing some link building and you're writing good content and you're trying to rank those keywords organically, naturally. This is these types of ads, Facebook ads. This is a nice way to sort of augment your campaign, your SEO campaign, while you wait for those keywords to get ranked, because ranking your keywords naturally takes time, and this is just a quick way to sort of expand your campaign while you're waiting. But definitely your organic campaign should be that's your top priority, because like any ad campaign, whether it's Google, pay-per-click or this, as soon as you stop paying for the ads, the ads disappear immediately. So organically, getting ranked organically, getting those keywords ranked by Google naturally, that's a much more long-lasting benefit. Okay, so that being said, let's get into how to build your audience. Let me show you some ways of doing that. All right, so the first thing that you should know in order to build an audience, to even have that feature where you can actually use that feature, is that you have to have a Facebook page. You cannot, there's just no option for you to try to build an audience from your personal timeline. That's not possible. That's the only way to build an audience through your personal timeline is to send someone a friend request. So this is for your page. Your Facebook page will have this option. Okay, so if you look right on the very top here, this is our page, and if you look right on the right top, it says build an audience, and right here when you click on that, you get a drop down menu, and you'll get 5 different options here, and we'll go through each one and kind of explain each one to let you know how each one of those things work and how you can use them to build your audience. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to show you on the drop down menu here is invite a friend. So if you click on that one, and if you've been on Facebook for any time at all, you've probably seen this. This is where one of your friends, you'll see it on your timeline, has sort of recommended a page, and they want you to go check that page out or like that page. And basically, once you click on that, it says you can select all your friends, or you can look for a specific friend in the search here. Or you can select a friend maybe by the city that they live in, that sort of thing. That's one way of building your audience, and this is sort of this is geared to getting people over to your Facebook page to like your page. And then once they like your page, what happens is that it's sort of like when you friend someone and they start following you. Well, if they like your page, then they start following your page. So anything you post on your page, they will see on their timeline. So that's the first way to build an audience. Okay, so number 2 is suggest a page. And the way this works, we'll click on that one to show you. The way this works is through your email, where you can upload your contacts. Now, if you have a email marketing tool like Constant Contact, MailChimp, Contact List File, any of those, you can actually upload those contacts to Facebook, and what will happen is that they'll try to match your emails on that contact list, names and emails, with information that Facebook has, and try to make a match there. And then what will happen is that you'll they'll have something on their timeline saying, check out this page, or you're suggesting that page to them, and then they can come and like your page. And like before, if they end up liking the page, whatever you post to the page will also be, they'll see it on their timeline, and that's how you would build an audience in that sense. And again, you don't need to have an email marketing tool like MailChimp or Constant Contact. If you just have Yahoo and you have your contacts there, or if you have AOL, whatnot, Outlook, you can upload those contacts directly there, and Facebook will does a really good job of finding everyone and start to suggest your page to them in that way. So that's that one. Okay, the next one is promote page. And this one, there's money involved in this one. It's basically you're running an ad campaign, so you have to, come up with a daily budget here, and a starting date, ending date, that kind of thing. And on the right-hand side here, on the left-hand side rather, it shows you, what it looks like, what it's going to look like on your desktop, mobile, feed, even on the right column. And basically you can start by selecting the location, the interest. You can choose up to 10 different interests, and generally that would be the same thing that your page is about, or whatever your business is about. You can select an age group, gender, and again the budget and that kind of thing. And again, these types of audience building all have something in common, which is they are getting people or users to come to your Facebook page. The intent is to get them to like your page, so then when you update your page and you add things to your page, they will start seeing that on their timeline, as long as they still as long as they still like your page. Okay, so that's the other one. And like I said, the intent is just to get more page likes, and that's the benefit of getting page likes, is to later on be able to post to your page and have that appear on the user's timeline. All right, so moving on to the next one. All right, well, the next one up, it is promote website, and this is where it starts to get a little bit more interesting. This is where you're actually, it's very similar to the first one in terms of you're going to basically create an ad. You need a budget. You're going to choose the location and interest, age group, gender, perhaps. But the difference being is that this time you're going to put in a URL. So this will be a landing page on your website that you've already created previously, and you got it all set up to convert somehow, and you have something that you're selling there, or something that you want to promote. Or get people to like, or maybe like an opt-in page for people to sign up for your newsletter or whatnot. But here, as opposed to all the other ones that we've looked at so far where people are coming to your Facebook page, this time you're getting people to go to a page on your website or some other page on the internet, not on Facebook, that will have some sort of deal or some sort of something that you're offering. Again, you'll put in a URL, the headline right here, some text, an image, that sort of thing. And this is a lot like the ad that we created in the previous video, where I showed you how to create a Facebook ad campaign in 30 seconds. But the reason I say it starts to get good is because now you're sending people over to your website, and then you have more control of what you can put up there and show and that kind of thing. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so now the fifth and final one, which also just happens to be my favorite one, is you want to go down here and click on Use Ads Manager. And that one will take us to our Ad Managers page. And right here, right below everything, it'll say Audiences. We'll want to click on Audiences. And if you've never created an audience before, I'll show you what that looks like. This is an audience that I created here earlier today, just to test it out. But let me delete that. Let me get rid of that altogether. Delete audience. And if you've never created an audience before, when you click on audiences from your Ad Managers page, let's go back. When you click on here, the page is going to look just like this, at least for the time being. This changes around all the time, but for the time being, this is what it looks like. So here you'll want to click on Create a Custom Audience. And now you're going to get these three choices. This one is a customer list, and this is a lot like the one I showed you earlier, where you import all those contacts, and Facebook tries to do the matching game and match them up with your guys with what they have. But we're going to skip that one and look at website traffic. And this is going to create an audience or a list of people who have visited your website. Or more importantly, and this is what I really like about it, specific pages on your website. Because really on most websites, maybe 5 pages out of the whole entire website are the ones that really convert. So you can take advantage of those and try to get traffic from people coming in from those specific pages. So let's click on that. So the first thing you'll see here, it says website traffic. That's the first choice that you have, and it'll say anyone who visits the website. Well, I don't want just anyone that visits the website, so let's be more specific. Let's say people who visit the specific web page, people who visit specific web pages but not others. Well, that's a little too much. So let's just say people who visit specific web pages, because you should already know which pages convert better for you. Okay, so then below that, and you have some options and some rules that you can set. It says URL contains. I like to pick URL equals. That way I can put the exact URL. So let's say like my home page, for example, converts really well. I wish. Let's say we'll put http fulmers.net. We'll add that one, and as soon as I go here, it's added. But notice that I can also add, another URL if I want. If I wanted to, I could add as many URLs as I want right next to it. So if I had 5 pages that I thought, okay, well, I really would like to get leads from these pages, or create an audience from these pages, because maybe people that, although these pages convert well, there may be people coming to these pages that just need a little bit more convincing, and that's the audience that I want to build. So I want to market to them. So I'll put in those pages here, and I can add as many as I want. So it'll say like this page or this page or that page. Okay, so that's important. The next thing is the Facebook audience don't stay forever. So the number says there, the number of days people will remain in your audience after they visit your website. People will be removed from our audience after a set time period unless they visit your website again. So they don't last forever, and the longest you can keep them, unless they revisit the website and get added again, is for 180 days. So you want to, I put it on there as high as possible, and that way if they come back within that amount of time, they'll go back on the list. Okay. The last thing is that you want to enter an audience name, and that's basically just a unique name that you can assign this basically this list of users, of people, and that way when you create your ad campaign, it'll be easier for you to pick an audience, because if you name each audience something unique, you'll be able to say, okay, yeah, this is the audience that I want to use for this campaign or this ad campaign. And here, for this example, I'll just put my audience. And we'll go ahead and create that list. Create audience. And it just says, thank you for creating your custom audience, blah, blah, blah. And we'll say, okay. And you'll notice here that it says it's not ready. So if you said, okay, I want to start my ad now, I got my audience ready to go, you wouldn't be able to use this audience yet, because it's too small. You need at least 20 people for the audience to be used in an ad. All right, so that's going to take a little time. So the next thing I want to show you is what happens. How does Facebook actually get that audience from people visiting your website? Well, there's going to be this little excerpt, of JavaScript excerpt that you'll want to put into your website, and I'll show you how that's done right now. Also, I know I'm going kind of fast on all this stuff, and so if you have any comments or any questions, please leave them below. I'm kind of trying to make the video as short as possible. It's already kind of long. So the next thing is we want to be able to, we need to add that little excerpt of JavaScript that Facebook provides on our website, so they can start collecting or building that audience. Up to this point, there's no way for them to do that. So what you want to do, if you have multiple audiences, first of all, you want to select the audience that you want to get that little excerpt of JavaScript for, and then right here you want to do the drop-down menu, and you're gonna see, or it says View Pixel, so you can click on that, and here you'll have the JavaScript, and you can select, copy all this, and Control C on your PC there, and you're gonna copy that and paste it right here between on your website. It doesn't matter which type of website you have. Every HTML website will have like this particular tag here, your head, opening and closing. So probably right before the closing head tag, you can paste that right on there. If you're using WordPress, the file that you'll want to edit, it's called header.php, and there you'll find that header, and that's where you want to paste that. And if you don't know how to do that, you can actually just email this little bit of JavaScript to your developer and have them added. Now all the stuff that I'm showing you here, of course, is on Facebook. Facebook will show you how to do this. In fact, there's a link right here. But as you can see, this is the page. It's pretty lengthy. You have to read a lot of stuff to learn how to do this. And if you're more visual like I am, just watch the video. I'm still scrolling down on this. It's a lot of stuff. I'll post this link, and I'll post a few other screenshots on the site, so you can wow, it's long, so you can still see that everything that we did, and kind of follow along with the transcript of the video itself. Again, if you have any other questions, or if you have questions about this, or if you're actually using this and you have something to share, I'd love to hear what you are doing with these ad campaigns, and if you're doing SEO and how you're combining the two to expand your strategy. Anyways, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.